back to my little crochet corner. My name is Maham and I crochet pieces that are inspired by the things that I like, or just things that turn your everyday objects into something a little bit cuter. You can find some of my free patterns posted here on my blog. And if you like my work and want to support me with donations or purchase some of my Ko-Fi patterns, those are posted over here. So recently my love letter book sleeve blew up on TikTok and I posted a free pattern for it on my blog. But so many of you requested a YouTube tutorial that I decided to make a new one for my dorm, and it turned out adorable. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get started. For this project, you're going to need the book that you want to make this book sleeve for at hand. I put up an Instagram poll asking you guys to pick which book I should make it for, so I'm not sure which one you guys will pick yet, but since they're both nearly the same size, I'm just gonna make it roughly the same for both of them. And then I'm going to be using a 4.5mm hook and yarn size that's appropriate for that hook. We're gonna start off by making a slip knot. So to do this, you're gonna hold your yarn like this, twist it, insert your hook, grab onto this, and tighten. And there you go, there you have your slip knot. And now we're going to chain the length of our book's spine. So we're going to chain till it's as long as the book's spine over here. So to chain, just twist and pull it through. You don't need to keep count, just keep chaining. So once you have the length, your desired length, you're going to chain one, which is your turning stitch, and then into the second chain from your hook, you're going to insert a single crochet. So to make a single crochet, you insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. And you're just going to single crochet in each chain down the row. So I'm going to be inserting my last single crochet for the chain row. And there you have your first row. And now we're going to be inserting 2 more single crochets in that same chain. So insert your hook back into that chain and insert 2 more single crochets. So you're gonna have a total of 3 single crochets over here. And now, instead of working on top of the row that we just did, we're actually going to be working on the other side of the chain. So this is the chain that we just inserted 3 single crochets into, and now we're going to be working into the next one. So insert your hook and go down this part of the row by just inserting 1 single crochet in each chain. So we're going all the way down. Now I have reached the very last chain over here. This is where I inserted my first single crochet of the row as well. So since we already have 1 single crochet there, we're just going to insert 2 more. So 1, and then in that same place, 2. So just like this end, we have 3 single crochets here, and now we have 3 single crochets in this end as well. And that is how you make the base for your book sleeve. With this method, we're just going to be going round and round by inserting 1 single crochet in each stitch. So there's no more increases, no more 3 single crochets. You just go into every stitch all around and just insert 1 single crochet. So I've done 1 more row of single crochet and I've reached the turn, and you're not going to be doing anything different. You're just going to go around and insert 1 single crochet in each stitch. This is probably the easiest method to make a book sleeve or a wallet. There's no joining required, there's no stitch count. You can just keep going round and round. It doesn't require a lot of thought. So I'm at the end one more time, and once again I'm just going to be inserting one single crochet into every stitch. Sorry, I'm watching Gilmore Girls and I forgot to close it. So yeah, that's all we're doing. We're just inserting one single crochet all around, and you're going to start to see that your book sleeve gets taller and taller. So here's how your book sleeve will just slide on, and you're going to continue doing rounds of single crochet until your book fits comfortably. I'm all done with the body of my book sleeve. This is what it looks like. And now that we're done with the body of the sleeve, we are going to be working on the flap, which means that if you have any stitch markers or bobby pins like I do, you're just going to attach them on either side just to mark how big you want the flap to be. So when you've reached halfway to where you want your flap to start, just stop there and attach a bobby pin or stitch marker on the other side. And now we're going to be working in rows. So this is the row that I was working on, and I'm going to work back down it. So usually when we start a new row for single crochet, we chain one and then insert our hook here, but I found that my rows tend to be neater when I don't do the turning chain or chain one. So I'm just going to go back into that same stitch and single crochet. And I'm going to single crochet in each stitch all the way down till where my bobby pin is. And this is how you're going to start making the flap for your envelope or love letter. So here I am at the end of the row, and I'm just going to remove my bobby pin and go into the same stitch where it was. Insert one single crochet, and that is the end of my first row for the envelope flap. So you can see that we're only working over here. We're not going to be working on this side anymore. And now I'm going to do another row, just going back down, nothing fancy, just one single crochet in each stitch. And the part that we're working on right now is actually to cover this part of your book, so the page side or the spine of your book. Because if you don't do regular rows of single crochet before you start making the triangle part, then your corners will poke out of your love letter or your book sleeve. So it's really important to do these 2 rows or 3 rows depending on how thick your book is. So this is the single crochet that I just did. I'm going to turn my work. I've turned my work, and I'm inserting one single crochet into that same stitch to start my next row. And I'm just going to insert one single crochet all the way back down to do my second row for the flap. Here's what I mean when I say that these rows have to cover your book. So keep doing rows by inserting one single crochet in each stitch until your flap part, until this is as big as your book over here. So I think I'm just going to do one more row. And to do that row, look, I'm at the end of my row. I just have one more single crochet left to insert. And then to start your next row, you're just going to turn your work and go all the way back down till you reach the end. And this part's going to hold your book, and make sure that the corners don't poke out. And now we're going to be making the triangle part. To make the triangle shape, we are going to be single crocheting 2 stitches together, which is like a single crochet decrease, which means that it will decrease the size on the sides of both rows. So how this is going to work is we're going to insert one single crochet 2 together here and one single crochet 2 together here on each side, and then in the middle of your row you're just going to insert one single crochet in each stitch. So this is how I ended my row, and you're going to turn your work, go into that same stitch that you did at the end of your row, end of your previous row, pull up a loop, and then do not do a single crochet. Insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. So you should have 3 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and that is how you do a single crochet 2 together or a single crochet decrease. Now in every other stitch, down the row, I'm just going to be inserting 1 single crochet. So just like normal, 1 single crochet in each stitch until you have 2 stitches left. Now I have 2 stitches left, 1, 2, and I'm going to single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, but don't complete the single crochet. Instead, insert your hook into that last stitch of the row, pull up a loop, and once you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 to single crochet 2 together. And now we're going to start the next row, and we're going to do another single crochet 2 together to start the next row. So insert your hook into the stitch that you just did, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Once you have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all 3. And now in every other stitch down the row, just insert 1 single crochet. I'm done with another row, and once again I have 2 stitches left, 1, 2, and we're going to single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the last stitch of the row, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And now we're going to start the next row by single crocheting 2 together again. So you start a row by single crocheting 2 together, and you end it by single crocheting 2 together. Okay, turn your work, and you're going to keep doing rows until you have a triangle or until you have only 2 stitches left in your row. So here I have 2 stitches left, and this is what my book sleeve looks like so far. Now we're going to be tying this off, and we're going to be adding a border to the edges to make your flap a little bit neater. Since I have 2 stitches left, I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to single crochet those 2 together as well, just to make it pointy. There's no definite place where you have to go in. Just go in wherever you see a hole or wherever you can push your hook into, as long as it's at the edge. So I'm going to go here, and now we're going to make a slip stitch. So that is how you slip stitch, and you're just going to do this down the whole border. So I was trying to insert my hook here, but it's not possible, so I'm going to try here. Okay, I got it in. I'm just going to do a slip stitch. And in the next space, another slip stitch. And you're just going to do this all the way down. As long as you're inserting your hook in the corner or in the border space, you should be okay. So there's no definite place where you have to do this. So I'm at the end, and this is what my border looks like so far. It's much neater. You can see the difference. This is the part without the slip stitch border, and this is the part with. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip stitch in every stitch across until I get to the other side. So I'm going to insert 1 slip stitch. Sorry, I had technical difficulties. So I'm just going to insert 1 slip stitch all the way down and all the way up until I come back over here. So I am done doing the border on both sides, and look how much neater that looks. And once you're at the end over here, you can just slip stitch into one of the middle places, chain 1, and now you're just gonna cut. And pull. You can just hide that when you're stitching it, and there you go. Let's do the heart now. To make the heart, we're going to start off with a magic ring. So hold your yarn like this. Make a cross, insert your hook, grab onto the yarn, and twist like that. And then you can grab onto the yarn and chain 1. You can let it go, and you're going to have a little circle in the middle. Chain 1 more, so you're going to have a total of 2 chains, chain 1, chain 2, and now we're going to be inserting 3 triple crochets inside the circle. So to triple crochet, you yarn over 2 times, insert your hook into the circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, then yarn over, pull through 2 loops again, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that is a triple crochet. And now you're going to insert 2 more triple crochets into the circle. So yarn over 2 times, insert your hook into the circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's your second triple crochet. Let's do one more. Yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So you have chain 2 and 3 triple crochets, and now we're going to be inserting 3 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your first double crochet, and now insert 2 more double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, and do a double crochet 2 more times. Okay, so that's 3 double crochets, and now we're going to be chaining 1 and inserting 1 triple crochet. So yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, make a triple crochet, then chain 1, so I chained 1, and now insert 3 double crochets. One double crochet, 2, and 3. And now we're going to be inserting 3 triple crochets. So yarn over 2 times, insert your hook, one, and 3. And now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to be slip stitching into the circles. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, and pull that same loop through the one on your hook, like that. And now you can pull, tighten it. To end this, I'm going to chain 1, 2, and then I'm just gonna cut. Pull, turn it around, and tighten backwards like this, so you can get a nice little point. And there's your little heart. I attach the heart by pulling the ends through one of the holes and making a knot. That's how I've put the heart onto the sleeve. And these are titch buttons that you can add to clasp your envelope on and off. So you can sew them here and here, so you can close it and open it without worrying about the flap coming off like that. Here's how I'm going to close my book sleeve without using a titch button. You're just going to find a stitch that lines up nicely with your end. So that's where I have my little end, and you're just going to insert your hook like that, grab onto the end and pull it through. Then you can tighten it, and doing that will just hold your book sleeve in place. So the more you tighten, the lower it's going to go. And I'm just going to take this end, I'm going to tuck it in, and just like that. So no sewing required, you can just pull it through and you're done.